everyone, and it's time for part 2 of our Junie B. Jones first grader at last. So, as you all know, in our last video, we read chapter 1 of this book, and we already talked about the chapter, but, let's talk about it again. So, before we start, I just noticed something. This is actually my first time reading this book, too. I think I got this book like a year ago, but I never even read it. Like, it's actually the truth. I don't think I've ever even read it before. So I've never even read it, but I noticed something. She's wearing glasses here, and she is here. So are you guys thinking that she might be wearing glasses in this movie? We'll find out. Alright, so like I said, this is my first time reading this book. It's not a joke, really. I got it like a year ago, but then I totally forgot that I had it. So I decided to read it along with you guys. Alright, so let's start chapter 2. Alright. Junie B. Jones, First Grader at Last. Book 18 by Barbara Park. Illustrated by Denise Brunkis. Chapter 2, More Surprises, plus Herb. Mother and Daddy keep trying to cheer me up about first grade. Mother says sometimes life has disappointments in it. Daddy says sometimes you have to roll with the punches. I say first grade is a flop. Last year I had 2 bestest friends. First I had Lucille, plus also I had Grace. Me and that Grace rode the bus together every single day. Only too bad for us, because this year Grace got put in a different room than me. And that was not even fair. But hooray, hooray! Me and Grace still decided to ride the bus together, because that's what friendship is for, I think. And so last week, both of us sat next to each other, just like we always did. Only, what do you know? On Monday morning, Grace got on the bus with a new girl from her class, and those two plopped in the seat right in front of me. I quick jumped up, and I tapped on Grace's head. "Grace," I said. "Excuse me, Grace, what kind of shenanigans do you call this?" "Madam, didn't you see me sitting here?" Grace waved at me real friendly. "Yes, hi, Junie B," she said. "I'm sorry, I can't sit with you today. But I promised Bobby Jean Pipper I would sit with her this morning. Okay?" I stamped my foot. "No, Grace, not okay. You can't sit with Bobby Jean Pipper," I said. "You and I have to sit together every single day. Because we sat together every day last year, and this year shall be no different." Just then, Mr. Wu, the bus driver, closed the bus door. He looked in his mirror at me. "Sit down, please, Junie B," he said. Bobby Jean Pipper pointed and grinned. "You got yelled at," she said, kind of mean. I made a scary face at that girl. "Grrr," I said. "Grrr, Bobby Jean Pipper." Behind me, I heard a loud laugh. I quick spun around. And guess what? It was Herb, who sits in front of me in room 1. "Herb," I said, real surprised. "I didn't even know that you rode this bus." Herb kept on laughing. "You said grrr," he laughed. "Grrr, ha, that's a good one." I wrinkled my eyebrows at that boy. "Yeah, only here's the problem, Herbert," I said. "Grrr is not actually a joking matter. Plus, I wasn't even talking to you." Herb Quit laughing. I know you weren't talking to me, he said. No one in this bus ever talks to me. That's because last year I went to a different school, so I don't have any bus friends yet. Just then the bus stopped at the next corner. Herb came around the seat and sat next to me. Maybe just for today I can sit here, he said. Just until you get your bus friend back, I mean. I tapped on my chin, very thinking. Then all of a sudden, I raised my voice real loud. Why, sure you could sit here, Herbert, I said. You can sit here forever if you want to, because I used to have a bus friend named Grace. But today, I am dropping her like a hot tomato. Bobby Jean Pipper peeked over the seat at me. You mean potato, she teased. I sprang up again. Bobby Jean Pipper wears a diaper, I hollered. Mr. Wu frowned in the mirror. Sit down, Junie B, he grouched. I sat down. Then I did a big breath and I looked at Herb. Today is not off to a good start, I said, kind of quiet. Herb nodded. I hear you, he said. I slumped way down in my seat. My bestest friends are dropping like flies, I said. Herb nodded. Join the club, he said. First grade is a flop, I said. Herb nodded. Totally, he said. I looked out the window. Grrr, I said. Grrr, said Herb. I smiled to just myself. I think I might like this, Herb. All right, well, that was Chapter 2 of Junie B. Jones' First Grader at Last. So that was a little, chapter. So before we start talking, the whole chapter took place in the bus, right? The whole chapter took place in the bus. So it looks like her old best friend from last year sat with a new girl, and that's normal. She has to get over that. I understand. If you had a best friend from last year and she sat with someone different, you would feel pretty sad and get all mad. But you can't sit with the same person every time. So some friends like to stay with the same bus buddy, some friends do not. Some friends have new friends. So just keep that in mind every time. So the word of the day yesterday was, if someone in your class was in your class last year but had a new friend next year, you don't have to be sad. You could make new friends. Same with on the bus. If someone is a new friend on the bus, then you could find another friend, just like Junie B. So those two are some tips that you can remember if those two things ever happened to you. Alright, so I'm going to start making a video in about 1 minute because I really want to see what happens next after the bus. So, but until I see you guys, stay safe and healthy. Bye-bye.